day 2 in the 31-day decluttering challenge. I'm going to work on my Tupperware cabinet. I also have some glass jars up there that are probably going to come out. But let's get this emptied out and get it done. Well, with a lot of help, I finally got it all out. I'm going to sort through these, kind of figure out what I have in the fridge, what I use, what I don't use, and then get it put back in there. Okay, I got this all cleaned out, and so now we're going to start adding the Tupperware back to it. I didn't wipe out the cabinets because actually we just did that not too long ago. So I'm going to add these back. These are the ones that I use for my husband's lunch, and I use those a lot, so I want to keep those down towards the bottom. These are ones, some bigger ones that we stored our leftover food in, and I have 2 more in the fridge, so I'm going to keep that space open for those. And then I have this right here that I really like. We use that for a lot of soups and stuff, and I have several of those in the fridge, and then I'll just stack them inside of each other like these when I add them back in there. And then I have a bunch of these little ones that I use for like peanut butter and stuff for my husband's lunches, and like a little bit of onion if we have it left over, and they've just been random, so I'm actually going to put them inside of that container up here on this shelf so I can still reach them pretty easily. And then we have these lock lid containers that I really like a lot, so we're just going to add those back in here. I'm just going to stack them up as high as I can, and then just take it up to the next shelf, which is completely empty now without all of those bottles in there, so that's super nice. And they're still pretty easy to reach. They're not too much out of the way, so I like that. And there's not, those are probably the only 3 that's going to be up there out of what all I have. So now that's all nice and neat. I can access things better, and I'll show you what I got rid of. These are some of the containers I was left with out of the cabinet. It did make a lot of space, as you've seen. The ones that are in the fridge will be able to fit in there perfectly now. They won't be cluttered. They'll be easy to keep together. These lids were all over the place. They were the hardest to keep together because they didn't fit properly on some of them, and these are kind of flimsy, so I'm done with those. These came from food places. They work great, but they just take up a lot of room, and I don't use them as often as I thought. So that's all that came out of there. I'm gonna donate these probably, or I may trash them. I don't want to pass on junk to people. But all right, well, we're all done with that, and I'm going to show you a before and after picture. If you have any comments or suggestions, if you want to leave them down below, I'd love to hear from you, and we'll get started on another video soon. Thanks, bye.